big plays. Both offenses made big plays. It was just kind of a head battle. Like I said, two really good teams going at it, and that little sequence there, they made plays on us, and that was really, in my opinion, the difference in the game. So yeah, hell of a battle. Our guys fought like crazy. Obviously, did it very short-handed, and just continued to go and gave ourselves some pretty cool opportunities, and just weren't quite able to get over the hump there. So. We're disappointed. Didn't play our best. We had some of the penalties that we haven't been having obviously showed up and definitely hurt us. We were gutsy, made a lot of plays, but in the end, just a couple of plays short. So, disappointed locker room. I'll have to rebound. We got a rivalry game coming up next week in our place that we will get back to preparation for the great play.
Coach, on the leaping penalty, obviously very frustrating. Just why wasn't Des more prepared in that moment?
Yeah, it just kind of panicked a little bit, did something that we don't teach, and it obviously hurts.
Lincoln, with 3 losses, seems like the playoff is probably not a possibility. What's the message to the team?
Yeah, we don't make our plans contingent on how things go. Like how we play is just how we play. This is USC, but the standard here is incredibly high. It's incredibly high in our locker room, so we'll start preparing for UCLA on the plane. We'll get ready for that one, and then figure it out after that.
Special teams problems there between the kick and the punt return, a couple other things. Any theme there?
No, I mean, our kicker's been one of, if not the best in the country all year. I mean, they didn't hit the ball bad. It just one of them caught the crawler, caught the bar, and popped back out. Now the punt return, we did kind of a low line drive punt, and it was probably our worst coverage of the day on top of the punt being the low line drive. And so it's kind of one as a punter that you try to avoid because it gets down fast, and there's going to be a long road. And we got held up in a couple of spots, and we did not do a good job leveraging the ball. So yeah, obviously it was a huge play in the game. I mean, they're a good offense, good team. We definitely want to give them something like that. So that sequence again to me, both teams kind of had their moments. Outside of that, to me, there were some moments where they outplayed us. There were some moments where we outplayed them. That sequence to me was the one where the real separation of the game occurred.
There was a side of college game day this morning from a Logan fan that said extend Lincoln Riley's contract. What are your thoughts on the fact that opposing fan bases are happy about the fact that the coach of USC in the sense they don't view you as a threat to them?
That might be the dumbest question I've been asked as long as I've been a head coach. I've been asked a lot. You ought to feel a little embarrassed to ask that question. This is a professional thing. You got to try it.
I think in the run game was slowed down pretty effectively by Oregon's defense. What was different maybe this time not being able to run the ball as well?
Yeah, we had a couple of busts. I mean, John Reed went in there gutted it out for us. He wasn't very healthy. Killian going down was a factor. I mean, there's no question about that. Obviously, not having Page. No, we did. We missed a couple of assignments in the run game where we had some opportunities. And listen, they're good up front. We knew that. I mean, their D line's good. Their D tackles did a nice job against us, and we didn't help the fact by missing a couple of assignments that hurt us. So we didn't run the ball nearly as well as we have, and nearly as well as we expected to.
Kennedy and Christian starting in this game today, when the lights are pretty bright. How did they kind of prove themselves tonight? What did you see from them?
Yeah, they fought. They're two fighters. You see they tackle the ball. They're violent. They're contact seekers. A couple of plays, one back from one for both those guys. Offense like that, they both make long plays.
Lincoln, you've talked about how you guys are growing this season. What does this game tell you about where you're at?
I mean, we're right there. I mean, this is two heavyweight teams going at it. This is two good football teams right here. These two teams won a lot of games. Yeah, I mean, we're playing good enough right now where a sequence like that from beating anybody. I mean, that's just how it feels. So, two good teams going at it. Like, we're just going to keep moving better. We're just going to get better and better as time goes on. But yeah, we got a good team. That's what it tells me.
Jayden, you've talked about the brotherhood of this team over and over again. What's your message to your team after this game?
Yeah. You guys going out there. Good tight teams.
Coach, a lot of the success, or people view success in this world of college football now, whether you make the playoff or not. But for you, how have you seen that this has been a successful season so far? How you guys can end it in successful ways?
Yeah, I mean, I get the question. The season's not over. Like, we got a game next week, so we're going to get ready for UCLA. We won a good bunch of games this year. The ones they haven't won, we've been right there. We got a great opportunity. We get win number 9 this week. That's what we're going to put our focus on.
Devin, what would you say the mindset of this team is at this time?
I'll say no matter what happens, I believe that we still just kind of win. Yeah, we're just playing good. It was like a second one,
Coach, Sam Johnson got knocked down on the punt. What was the explanation for the referee? When Sam Johnson got knocked down on that punt, what was the explanation?
Yeah, it's a judgment call, and they deemed that it wasn't enough to be a 15-yarder. And so those are ones that would look like to me it could have gone either way. And we were far enough back after we really thought about going for it there. It was close. We were far enough back, and he ended up hitting a pretty good punt. So we ended up just rolling with the result of the count.
What did you see from Hines today?
He played good. He did. Made a lot of big plays down the field. He gave a lot of attention to Lim. I mean, Lim obviously still affected the game in a lot of ways. But Tanoki and Jacoby both made a lot of big plays. Jay made a lot of great throws down the field. And he's a young guy that's got a great future. Going to keep getting better and better for us.
Still on Mark?
Coach, I'm sorry about the other question. Just wonder, after a tough loss like this, what would your message be to the USC fan base?
Oh man, I mean, I think this has been an inspiring team to watch all year. I just show up next week. SC UCLA, show your appreciation for this team, the way they fought. It's just going to keep getting better and better. They've been awesome all year. We've been phenomenal at home. We've played in front of some great atmospheres. Look forward to seeing them at Coliseum next Saturday.
Any comment?